You know, as I approach the prime of my life, I find I have the time of my life. Learning to enjoy at my leisure all the simple pleasures, and so I happily concede. This is all I ask. This is all I need. Hey, beautiful girls, will you walk a little slower when you walk by me? Lingering sunsets, stay a little longer with a lonely sea. Children everywhere. When you shoot at bad men, would you shoot at me? Take me to that strange, enchanted land grown-ups seldom understand. Wandering rainbows leave a little color for my heart to own. Stars in the sky make my dreams come true before the night has flown, and let the music play as long as there's a song to sing. And I will stay younger than spring. Starts to kick you around and you find yourself flat on the ground. Well, it's a sure 1 to 5 there'll be someone to jive you and try to keep bringing you down. Now for a while you might take that abuse and convince yourself to stay loose, but then one day he'll throw you away and say you're good for nobody's use. But then I'll come your way, turn your blackest night into day. When you're needing it bad, cause of rough times you've had, I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say, who loves you, baby?
Who loves you, baby?
By now you ought to know.
Who loves you, baby?
Well, I can't always let it show.
Who loves you, baby?
By now you really ought to know.
Who loves you, baby? Who loves you?
This is one thing I don't wanna blow. Baby, baby, won't you tell me what I wanna know. Baby, baby, won't you tell me what I wanna know. If you wake up one day feeling ugly, thinking you're 10 or 12 pounds overweight, but just know I don't care if there's gray in your hair. If there's hair at all, I think that's just great. Now this carnival life that we're riding gives no one the room to start hiding. So I don't want to hear that you turned a deaf ear to my words and started backsliding. 'Cause then I'll come your way, turn your blackest night into day. When you're needing it bad, 'cause of rough times you've had, I'm gonna look you straight in the eye, baby, and I'm gonna say, who loves you, baby?
Who loves you, baby?
By now you ought to know.
Who loves you, baby?
This is one thing I don't want to blow. Baby, baby, won't you tell me what I want to know. Baby, baby, won't you tell me what I want to know. Baby, baby, won't you tell me who loves you, baby, tell me what I want to know. I'm the one.
Yes, please.
I tell myself that maybe I'm right. And then again, maybe I'm wrong. And maybe I'm weak. And maybe I'm strong. But nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Maybe I'll win. And maybe I'll lose. Maybe I'm in the cry and the blues, but nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Somehow I know at a glance the terrible chances I'm taking. Fine at the start, then left with a heart that is breaking. Maybe I live a life of regret, and just maybe I'll give so much more than I'll get. But nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Somehow I know at a glance the terrible chances I'm taking. Fine at the start, but left with a heart that is breaking. Maybe I'll live a life of regret, and maybe I'll give much more than I'll get, but nevertheless I'm in love with you. You know, when I was a kid, born on the streets of New York, 25th Street and First Avenue, there was a sound that used to come from out west, they say. And out west to us was, well, if you really want to know, New Jersey was a foreign country. So out west was inconceivable. But there was a sound that wasn't. It was haunting and melodic and sad. And I've always loved it. They called it country and western music then. It has not only enveloped our country, but it's known now all over the world. They still call it country and western music, and I still call it totally, totally beautiful. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that have dried upon some lines. That keeps you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, that keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns, no, that binds me. Or something that somebody said because they thought we'd fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cussing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you're so gentle on the mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and those highways come between us, and some other woman crying to her mama 'cause she turned and I was gone, I still run in silence. Those tears of joy might stain my face, and that summer sun, it might burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you, walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. I dipped my cup of soup back from the gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard a rough and cold pile, a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands round a tin can, I pretend I hold you to my breast and find that you're waiting on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Love is just a word, unless you feel it. And you gotta feel it, baby. Every day, every day. Love is just a word, unless you show it. So you better show it. In every way and every day. I love you so, I just can't find the words to tell you. You're such a worn out, tired, used up parade. If you love her so, you better find the words to tell her you love her. Then tell her you love her every day. love is just a word unless you feel it. And you gotta feel it every day. Love is just a word unless you show it. So you better show it in every way. I love you so I just can't find the words to tell you. You're such a worn out, tired, used up parade. If you love her so, you better find the words to tell her you love her. Then tell her you love her every day. It isn't by chance I happen to be a boulevardier, the toast of Paris. For over the noise, the talk, and the smoke, hey, I'm good for a laugh, a drink, or a joke. I walk in a room, a party, or a ball. Come sit over here, somebody will call. A drink for monsieur, a drink for us all. But how many times I stop and recall the apple trees, blossoms in the breeze that we walked among, lying in the hay, games we used to play while the rounds were sung only yesterday when the world was young. Wherever I go, they mention my name, and that in itself is some sort of fame. Come by for a drink, we're having a game. Wherever I go, hey, I'm glad that I came. The talk is quite gay, the company fine. There's laughter and lights, and glamour and wine, and beautiful girls, and most of them mine. But often my eyes see a different shine. The apple trees, sunlit memories, where the hammock swung. On our backs we'd lie, looking at the sky, till the stars were strung. Only last July, when the world was young. While sitting around, we'd often recall the laugh of the year, the night of them all. This blonde, oh, she was so attractive that year. I don't know, some opening night that made us all cheer. Remember that time we all got so tight, and Jacques and Antoine, they got into a fight. The gendarmes, those cops, they passed out like a light. I laugh with the rest, it's all very bright. The apple trees, blossoms in the breeze, swinging to and fro, lying in the hay. Those silly little games we used to play seem so long ago, just a dream ago. when the world was young. I was born to sing a good time song. You know that nothing used to bring me down. Till the day I fell in love with you, and baby, that's the day I found you had me singing the blues, singing the blues. But a good time man like me ain't got no business singing the blues. Go on, woman, get out of here. You know that I don't want to see your face. Cause the things that you're doing to this boy's mind is just an absolute disgrace. You got him singing the blues, singing the blues. But a good time man like me ain't got no business singing the blues.
They got him singing the blues.
I'm never gonna fall in love again. I learned my lesson well.
So well.
Play the game of love and lost my heart. You can't believe me when I tell you that I'm singing the blues, singing the blues. But a good time man like me ain't got no business singing the blues. You got me singing the blues, singing the blues, but not for long. Cause a good time man like me ain't got no business, ain't got no business singing blues. This man ain't gonna sing no more blues, no how. The men in my little girl's life, the men in my little girl's life. You know, it seems like only yesterday when my little kid would come up to me and say, "Hey, Papa, there's a boy outside. His name is, who can remember? Anyway, Papa, he wants to play in our backyard. Can he, Papa? Oh, please, Papa, please." Was it really so long ago when my little kid would come up to me and want to know? "Papa, there's a boy outside. His name is, anyway, another cute little cuddly kid. And he wants to know if he can carry my books for me. Oh, can he, Papa? Papa, please. And Papa, he's got freckles." Couldn't be all bad. The men in my little girl's life, the men in my little girl's life. Then came those ponytails and jeans, and my little kid was in her teens. And now it was, "Hey, Popsy, there's a dude outside, his name is Tom, and he wants to know if he can take me to the prom, you dig? And Popsy, oh, he's groovy. And Papa, we'll be home early. Okay?" Before I knew it, time had flown. My, how my lovely little kid had grown. And now it was something different. The approach went something like this. "Father, there's a boy outside. His name is, I hated this kid with that smile and that greasy hair. And Mr. Skawalas, he couldn't pronounce my name right. Could have kicked him. And Father, he wants to know if we can go steady. And Pop, can we borrow the car?" Guess it seems like only yesterday when my little kid would come up to me and finally say, Papa, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's a boy outside. His name is Constantine Socrates Karras Jr. We call him Jim, Papa, for short. And he asked me to marry him, and I said, yes, Papa, because I love him. And have you got something in your eye, Papa? The men in my little girl's life, the men in my little girl's life. A kid, an adolescent, a teenager, a young woman, a wife. And oh yes, there's another man in my little girl's life. Papa, there's a boy outside, and I know you know his name is Nicholas, and he wants to know if Grandpa would babysit for him, and I said yes. Thank you, Papa. Papa, good night. And Pop? I love you. The man in my little girl's life, the man in my little girl's life. The springtime of my boyhood, clocks were ticking, gently urging me to grow. But I was young enough to wait a while. Summers came and winters too, but I had reason to believe I had time, I had world enough and time. Then I met a wondrous girl who offered me all I'd ever wanted. Still I waited. Now the world is older, growing colder. Where's romance and where's the precious time of youth? Only yesterday my life was an endless golden dawn. Now the shadows on the hill whisper where's the time all gone? Now the world is older, growing colder. Where's romance and where's the precious time of youth? Only yesterday my life was an endless golden dawn. Now the shadows on the hill whisper where's the time